Okay, let's just roll the episode.
Got it. Here we are, thingies. We're back.
Welcome, Tim.
Welcome, Dave. I was thinking about maybe crossing the border. Maybe we can talk about crossing the border. Seems like a hot topic these days.
Well, the border's closed now.
Well, you know, there's some borders that may not be closed. I was thinking, well, first of all, we've already taken our show international. You live in the country of Maryland.
That's true.
I have lived in the country of Pennsylvania for 20 years. You know? I did live in your country years ago.
You did. It's where you got your start, your roots. Foundation.
Yeah, foundation roots. And both of us worked in the same country. Actually, I still work in the same country as you. Now that I think about it. I just work there virtually.
Yeah, I work in many countries.
You travel internationally.
Yeah.
So the reason I bring it up is because I'm moving out of the country again. I am crossing the border to the People's Republic of Delaware.
Now, son of a bitch, you sold the fucking studio. You sold the studio.
We've never kept the studio for more than one episode anyway, so you know.
That's neither here nor there. And well, it's definitely not there anymore.
That's for damn sure. So I have not gotten a passport, but what we have done, we have secured, I believe they call them a mule, to get us across the border.
Okay. All right.
Found them on Craigslist, which is where you find the most reliable help. And
4 legs.
No. This is a 4-wheeler. Okay.
Oh, okay. Not like a pack mule.
No. It's a term you use when you travel between countries. It's like international Uber. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
To quietly get across the border without a passport. And so
you're trying to avoid the tolls on the turnpike.
Yeah, I don't need that extra expense. I don't have that kind of coin.
Yeah.
So through Craigslist, we got the international Uber guy who said he worked out a sweet deal. So I need to come up with 1 bag of peyote, 2 buckets of meth, and 10 grand. And he said he can squeeze us in the. He said glove compartment, and I said that seems small.
He must have been the one person who saw our drug episode before it got throttled on all the platforms.
Thanks, YouTube. We're sorry. Bad content. Keep it family friendly. I don't know. Yeah, but he said as far as the glove compartment, which I think we've talked about glove compartments before. I've never put gloves in there. I think you said you did.
I did. I do. Yeah.
But he said something about chopping things up to fit them in the glove compartment, and I'm worried about that because the only 2 things we're talking about are people. But hey, I'm sure
you're not taking your dogs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn, another bucket of meth. Got to stop mentioning that. YouTube. Do you have a kite flying around you? There's a shadow coming in and out, and I swear, like somebody's flying a kite over your head, over your left shoulder. I know the Spotify listeners are going to enjoy this. There it is. It's just.
That's my hand.
It's your hand. I don't know.
It's when I move my hand.
I'm distracted. That was a look squirrel moment. So yeah, man, I'm crossing the border, and I don't know what that means for the show.
Well, we have been, I don't know if viewers have, or listeners or thingies have noticed, is we have been bilocated for the last 6 or 7 episodes now, since we've been broadcasting live to hard drive. And
we've been longtime advocates. We've always said try by, which is what we have the t-shirts. Speaking of things, try by and BI. And we've been bi-statal, bi-countryal, and
bicameral.
Yeah. So I'll have to see if the People's Republic of Delaware has internet to do this.
We got that Starlink, the fancy Starlink.
Yeah,
right?
the space thing. And so, okay, how many times have you moved in your life? Oh, deep thought.
Let's just ballpark it at like 10, but probably upwards of 12. Yeah, 10? You forgot I was in the military.
That is a move, isn't it? Basically, I'm doing the same thing. Like when you went to Iraq, that's basically what I'm doing.
Same thing.
basically.
Yeah.
10 moves? Really?
So I moved from, all right, let's count them up. So I went from Baltimore
1.
to Texas.
City of
So
Texas.
That's one. That's one.
Oh,
San
yeah,
Antonio.
yeah. I move means you have to start somewhere.
Right.
I'm good at numbers. Okay, Baltimore to Texas. Got it. I'm doing the thumb
Texas
for 1.
to North Dakota.
Keep going.
Yeah. North Dakota to Turkey.
Yeah, we have them out back.
Yeah. Turkey to Guam. Guam to Hawaii.
We're at 5. Freaking
Yeah.
Hawaii. God, that's awesome.
Did temporary assignments. So I was there for a couple months in Korea, Japan.
6, 7.
Yep.
Damn.
Then I moved while I was in Hawaii.
You moved.
That's-
Okay, we
yeah,
can count
that's
that.
8.
8, yeah, sure.
Went to Iraq is 9.
No, damn.
Came back from Iraq. That's 10.
We're at 10.
From Hawaii, came back and stayed with my parents for a little while. That's 11. Then I got an apartment. That's 12.
12. Jeez.
Then from 12, I bought my house. That's 13.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I guess I can't complain. Damn.
So please continue with your one-time moving.
My hard luck story. I have to move for the first time in 20 years. You have 13 freaking moves. North Dakota, was that military?
Yes.
What the hell's in there can't be much happening in North Dakota.
There's not. The state tree is a telephone pole. State bird is the mosquito.
Oh. Is it like the mega giant mosquitoes or is it just 10 million of them?
Oh, both.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a girl behind every tree, and you might remember that the state tree is a telephone pole. So,
Wait, what does that mean? What did you say, a girl?
yeah, behind every tree.
What does that mean?
It's a very sparse population. Fun fact about North Dakota, up until the oil boom in like 2004, 2005, North Dakota was the only state in the union that continuously lost population every year.
Because it's North Dakota, right?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cold up there.
I'm still lost on the girl behind every pole. Is that like a saying that I'm not familiar with?
Yeah, that's what they say up there in the northern tier.
Interesting.
Also, they have their own type of animal up there. They call them dak rats.
Ew.
The rest of the world, anywhere outside of North Dakota, calls it a prairie dog. But up there, they swear that it is a dak rat, and it is completely different.
Interesting.
Yeah. When I was there, they also tried to drop the name North from North Dakota because they thought that's why people don't come to visit. Because North.
That is not accurate. I think it's just because of the fact that it's there. It's North Dakota. It might be the location, not the name.
Yeah. I was pretty sure if we ever tried to give North Dakota back to Canada, Canada would go to war with us.
You will not. North Dakota. God, that sounds... How long were you there?
About a year and a half.
Oh, that sounds
I got out quick. A lot of people spend years or their entire career there.
Screw that noise. Did I mention I have to move all the way to another state?
I mean, how far is that? 10, 15, 20 yards?
No one really knows. It's not on a lot of maps. You have to really dig for it, the Delaware. Yeah. But so what I've learned about packing up is Skylar, the woman that lives here.
Mm-hmm. Is she going to keep living there?
Well, she's part of that deal that I have with the mule guy, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I guess she's coming. She's a hoarder. Okay, there it is. I said it. So here's the deal. She said there's some stuff in the attic that we need to get out. And she said it's kids' clothes. Yeah, we don't have them anymore. I mean, they don't just go away. I mean, I guess they go away, but they don't like, you know what I'm saying? The kids are not here.
No, anymore. I don't have kids. We've been over. I don't own children.
You don't. They're expensive. So
and dirty.
They are dirty. God.
Selfish.
So dirty, selfish. So go in the attic to get the clothes out. 25 bins later. 25 bins later.
Yeah.
I get them all out. And she goes through them. It's everything they ever wore in their entire life to a certain age. You know, when they're not like little anymore. The bigger size ones, they didn't have those clothes. The littler one. 25 bins with several unused diapers in there. I don't know what. Yeah, that's the correct reaction.
I thought it took me a minute to register unused.
We have some, just for memories. Oh, look, he had corn that day. Isn't that cute? Oh, he must not have been feeling well. That one's a little... Okay, stop. YouTube will ban that too. Yeah, 25 bins. And she goes, what was I thinking? And I said, funny enough that you said that. Because I said that when I put them up there originally. What are you thinking? But hey, 20 years later, we're on the same page. See? It all comes together.
I will say that... my parents constantly, well, not constantly, but at least once or 12 times a year ask me to come to their house and get my stuff.
Your stuff. Okay, so that's the thing. Your stuff could be anything. It could be clothes. It could be your old toys. What is it? What's your stuff?
Clothes, toys.
Like your kids' stuff, like when you were little.
Yeah, my kids' stuff. And, all the way up through high school. I haven't lived there in 20 years. So pretty good chance I don't even remember what most of the stuff
Guaranteed.
is.
Guaranteed.
Still get mail there.
You do?
I do. I don't know why. Again, I open it and it immediately goes in the trash.
That's cool. That's cool.
Did get a check there, actually, from North Dakota. Like, no kidding.
Check?
A year ago, yeah. SRT, which is the telecoms provider, or was, I don't know if they still are, up there in North Dakota, sent me a $70 check. And I was like, this can't be real. Like, it has to be a scam. It has to be fake, right?
Yeah.
And I went to the bank and I was like, is there any way you can verify if this check is real before I deposit it? And they're like, yeah. And they have some sort of machine that they put it under and they could see the
legit
code
check
or stamp.
Yeah,
or,
whatever.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, it's a real check. I was like, I have no idea why they sent me a $70 check.
You still don't know?
No, I still don't know.
Okay, you asked way more questions than I would. I would have taken I would have snapped the picture and deposited it in a heartbeat. I'm not asking questions. Why were you asking questions? What were you worried about?
I put it in and it bounced or something. I don't know how that works.
It's not going to bounce on you. You don't know math banking. I've been taking so much shit out of this house, and I think I may have told you before. We have a cool feature here in Pennsylvania when you go down the end of our driveway and you set something
I've been at the end of your driveway.
Yes. And you set something at the end of our driveway. Gone. And I just tried it literally before the show. Wow. 4 random chairs. Set them down there. Put the sign up. I'm going to call Vegas because we can start doing like an over-under on this puppy. If you would have taken under 15 minutes, boom, baby.
Wow.
Boom! You would have won.
Fast.
15 minutes, less than 15 minutes, gone. You need something gone? Put it in my driveway.
I got to start driving through Pennsylvania. There was one time when I was in Hawaii, the carburetor on my lawnmower went bad. And there's just a lawnmower sitting on the side of the road. I didn't need the whole thing, so I just went and took the carburetor off.
Just took the
I was like, now that's somebody else's problem.
The guy went in the house to get a drink. He was hot. He goes out. There's no carburetor left on his mower. Nice. Very nice. I was driving around the other day in Pennsylvania, and others do this. I didn't just discover the magic art of disappearing stuff at the end of your driveway. The thing that I found interesting about this, and I haven't tried this product, if you will,
okay,
it had I was looking for cardboard. I don't have any cardboard. It had a cardboard sign, which is the standard sign that you use. I have a cardboard sign. It just says free. And that's how they know it's free. He had the cardboard sign shoved in the product, and it said free, and it said works. It was a toilet. It was a freaking toilet on the side of the road. Free. Works. And then I thought to myself, is there ever a toilet on the side of the road where they say free, but doesn't work, needs some repairs?
Needs TLC.
Needs a little tune-up. A little tune-up on the little tank tune-up.
Yeah.
Free toilet, Dave. You could have got a carburetor and a toilet here in Pennsylvania.
Man.
You're missing out.
I am. I wonder if they'll do that in Delaware. Next thing you know, you just have a pile of trash at the end of your driveway.
Yeah. Well, they just leave their trash on my drive. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I did it. Well, I haven't left yet, which is why you can tell the background looks the same. You can't. I have that sound of that Pennsylvania kind of dialect, as you can hear it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
American
time.
Dutch.
Yes, and I don't know what the Amish. I don't know what time zone Delaware's in, or what their weather patterns are. I don't even know what season it is there.
So you just really went out on a limb and said, hey,
Rolling the dice.
rolling the dice here.
Yeah, don't even care. Something's going to happen. But I'm going to be there, man. And we're going to have another international show.
Fantastic.
Eastern Coast. I'm still trying to figure out all these places you moved to. Do you have to carry a ton of shit with you when you move to 13 different times?
Took everything I owned every time.
And what did you own? Like a wallet, pencil?
Mechanical pencil. Not to brag.
I don't know how you did it. 13 moves.
Yeah. So, I mean, the good thing is the military does move you, and they just come and they literally pack everything. And when I say everything, like, there are stories, and this happened to one of my friends, like, they packed their trash.
What?
Yeah. So you make sure you empty the trash before the movers come.
I'm not tracking with this one. Why? Why would they do that?
Because they just come in and take everything that's not bolted down in your house.
Oh, wait. They go into your house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. They just go into your house, and if it's not bolted down,
They take it.
they freak it. Refrigerator?
Well, no, not a. I mean, unless it's your refrigerator, and you.
Well,
know,
whose
like,
refrigerator would it be if it's your house? It's my
sometimes,
buddy's
like,
refrigerator.
If you live in base housing, like it comes with house. But
okay.
Yeah, if it's your refrigerator, they pack it up.
No, and your trash for real.
Yeah.
Oh my
When
god.
So this is a crazy thing. When I mean, maybe it's not that crazy. When I moved to Turkey, they have a thing called bayanami, and it's a French word for bayanami. And when
why would it be French in Turkey?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so anything of value that you enter the country with, you have to keep, even if it breaks. So you have a list of all electronics that you bring in and everything, because everything sells on the black market there. And they try and keep that
market
shut down.
personally, actually. Favorite market. It's open air.
Yeah, this was before the dark web. And so,
when times were tough and you had to rely on the freak. Back in my day, I had to find shit on the black market. I couldn't just get all willy-nilly on the dark web like you kids do.
Yeah.
Tough times.
And you have to make a list of everything of value that you bring in. And if it breaks, you got to keep it until you leave the country. And they delivered my TV, and I think I had like it was big for the time, like 21 inches.
21?
Yeah. And they delivered it, and it was smashed to bits. Like they had dropped it off the back of the truck or something.
Not great move. They'll move everything, but they're not real good at it.
Most of the time they are, but this time they weren't. And I was like, son of a bitch, I'm going to have to keep this broken television for 2 years.
Did you?
And so I went, like, I had to talk with, it wasn't the consulate, but whoever takes care of the Bayanami. And they're like, it's actually just under the size. If it's 23 inches or larger. And they're like, you can throw it away. And I was like, oh, thank goodness.
I'm not following this rule. What the hell would happen if they got hold of a 23-inch TV? What would that happen? Why would they be
you
bad?
would have to, I think what would happen is they could either fine you or determine what the value of the TV was, and you'd have to pay it, which after I said that also sounds like a fine.
That's kind of how it works. But but what am I missing? What is going to happen if you threw away the broken TV?
Oh, people there, they go through your trash and everything, and they get the parts, and then they resell the parts on the black market, and there's a big problem, and then that's why. I don't know. That's what they told me. This was 20 years ago.
That sounds like the right answer, because I'm not tracking with that. And what was the Bayanami?
Bayanami. Yeah, it's French word for Bayanami. I said that at the beginning.
It sounds delicious. I might have to get at one of those restaurants.
Yeah.
You ever try the Bayanami?
I mean, so now, I mean, we're right now we're single coasting, but we are.
I like to call it unicoast if that's okay.
Unicoasting. But we are by state. But I think, we have you had a big announcement. You're moving. We have another big announcement. Let me just check something here and make sure.
You're trying to find an announcement to announce?
No, I was just making sure that we were still on for the announcement.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be going bi-coastal.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Which other coast are we going to hit?
We're going out. Well, we're staying on the right coast, and we're going to bring in someone from the left coast.
The left coast.
Yeah. He was in our first 5 unrecorded seasons, I think.
I thought it was 6. No, 5.
We did 6.
Oh, you and I were on season 6 when he ghosted us after 5.
Yeah,
Son
he
of a
moved
bitch.
out to the left coast.
Yeah.
He was the third host of Speaking of Things.
If you remember, he kind of sucked, if you remember that. Which is a good reason to have him back on.
Yeah. So in our next podisode, he's going to be joining us. His name is also Dave. We look different. I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe we don't look different anymore. I don't know.
He did. He had 2 eyes, just like you. You have that nose in the middle of your face. I'm pretty sure he had a nose. I don't know. Very similar. A lot of similarities. 2 ears. He was bi-earal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have a total of 6 ears on here.
That's
so
a sales pitch.
He's going to be our first guest and one of the original co-hosts of Speaking of Things.
Yeah.
So pretty excited. I mean, we've been trying to organize this for...
speak for yourself. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, we've been trying to organize this for, at least the last 12 hours.
Yeah, I was going to say, you texted me earlier, and I was like, I really am not into this idea. And you're like, come on, just freaking do it. There's nothing else to talk about. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Bring him in. What the hell? If
the next show, so to our thingies, just know if our next show isn't funny, it's not us. It's this other guy.
Wait, are our shows normally funny? That's the question. Who knows? We try.
Yeah.
Failure is kind of our specialty. So he is another Dave.
He is.
Now this is how dual names work in this world that we lived in. So the other Dave, the left coast Dave, was at the place where we did our show first. So he got to keep his name. You came in second with Dave, and we came up with another name. There's a lot of names that we couldn't really use on air. And then now you're a Dave. It's the Tim and Dave show. Yeah. Speaking of things. Fuck him.
So he's going to need a nickname.
Yeah. I got a few.
Okay.
Dick face. Asshole. West Coast Dave.
West Coast Dave. Kind of like West Coast Choppers, but for people.
All right. Yeah. We'll go with that. Well, you want to get prepped for that one? Because I hear he's going to be arriving relatively soon. I don't know if it's by plane, by internet, by something. Bi-coastal.
Bi-coastal.
That's
so
right.
Tune in. Yeah. For the next episode.
Tune in Tokyo.
Yeah. We're going to be bi-coastal. You can listen to three of us. We're going to be
We'll be
tri-country.
We'll be tri-hostal. See what I did there? You see what I did there?
Tri-hostal.
All
Yeah.
right, it's going to get worse if we keep talking. All right, guys, we got to go. Hang in there. We're going to be back. We'll try to get funny. It's not a guarantee. Adios.
Wow, you're still here. Honestly, I'm impressed. Your persistence and or questionable life choices have led you to the bitter end of another Speaking of Things episode. Since you're here, it's time to announce this week's proud and totally unauthorized sponsor, Tim's Driveway Treasure Casino. Swing by Tim's Driveway to browse his ever-rotating selection of free stuff that some lucky sucker will inevitably drag away. What's the catch? There isn't one. Unless you count the underground gambling ring, placing high-stakes bets on how long the junk lasts before it's scooped up by a rogue lawn goblin. Want in? Download the Driveway Treasure Casino app, available exclusively on the dark web and probably riddled with viruses. Watch the live video feed of Tim's Driveway and start placing your bets today. Note, Tim did not approve the camera. Let's keep that between us. Sign up now and get free entry into our biggest cash prize ever. Just guess the exact day a driveway pirate walks up to Tim's front door demanding more junk. Bonus payout if they just walk in and start looting the place. Gambling, trash, chaos. It's everything you didn't ask for. Until next time, keep speaking of things.